Hey, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Too Tall Podcast with D and Q. I am your co-host, Derek J. Hall, Too Tall Hall.
And I'm Q.
And here we are. We are back in our studio.
Yeah.
And listen, I gotta be honest. No other studio. We was in for last week's episode of Bad Bunny. The week before, we was in a different studio because Danny, who's the host of this studio, was booked. Gotta be honest, that studio sucked. I'm not shitting on it. No, I looked at it. It was too tight. It was too cramped. Here we are.
Definitely not.
We got the red and blue. I don't mean to keep sucking, because I've loved being here, and you can hear us crystal clear. We're about to have a good time because tonight, we're talking about Behind the Spotlight, humanizing celebrities.
Yes.
As you know, Brandy is, for some reason, in hot water. I get why people are upset, Q. I really, really do. So if you haven't seen it, I think in Chicago, correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it was Chicago.
Brandy and Monica, they was just getting the tour started, right?
Yeah, this was their third date on the tour.
Yeah. And I guess she had a human moment and she wasn't feeling well or something. So she just walked up to stage, no explanation, left Monica there. People was a little bit upset. And they just ended the show just like that. And then somebody had the nerve to say, oh, Beyonce wouldn't do that.
Which she wouldn't, but
come on, let's not compare two black women. No, let's talk about it. Two black women together. Beyonce is Beyonce. Brandy is, Brandy. Yes, Beyonce went ham during her Cowboy Carter?
Cowboy Carter, yeah.
But what I think got a little people upset because you got Brandy and Monica for the first time ever together. So a lot of people, yeah. So, and she had a human moment. So we're gonna talk about some keynotes throughout the night. We're gonna talk about the human side of fame, the expectation versus reality, social media impact, the empathy and understanding, and the role of the media. So Quentin, how about you start us off with the first note? Let's dive in a little bit on the human side of Miss Sitting Up in My Room. I love that song. What's your favorite song of Brandy, real quick?
It's hard because I love Brandy's music. My favorite Brandy song. It's so hard because she has so many that I love. It might be Full Moon or He Is, which is also off of the Full Moon album.
So like I said, sitting up in the room. I'm probably butchering the song. That the one with her brother. Yeah, she did one with her brother.
Yeah. I Die Without You. It's like a remake of
Paradise.
Oh, Paradise. So she has two of them, actually.
And one more real quick. We got time, Danny practically lives in the studio. The other one is Have You Ever?
Oh, Have You Ever?
I played that on my date this past week. And
yeah, that's a good one.
I looked into his eyes and he was like, would you marry me? I was like, Tiari. I'm probably going to get a call because
I can't believe you just threw a name out there.
He knows what's up. He knows I like him. But it's not about him right now. It's about Brandy. So let's talk about the human side of Brandy.
The human side
of fame.
Before I go into that,
go for it.
So there have been some different developments in terms of this story.
Oh, I'm about to say you leaving the show?
No, not me leaving the show.
Doesn't he look good?
Oh.
Come on, look at you.
Thank you. You're too much.
Man. Who your sugar daddy? All right, go ahead.
I'm not sugar daddy. But so there were different conflicting stories about what happened.
Yeah.
So at first, the people who were there at the show, or it first just came out that she walked off stage, Monica had to finish up the show by herself. They didn't do The Boy Is Mine, which is the song that they do together. And they didn't do their Whitney tribute because Brandy wasn't there for that part either. But I also have seen from people who were there that they only missed like the last 20 minutes of the show or something. So it wasn't like at the beginning of the show. However, there are some people that said they were having sound system issues. So the sound was kind of off on both of them, not their voices, but just technical issues. And I think during one of the song or whatever song she walked off on, she was having those issues, and I think she got frustrated because they said she actually walked over to the sound system people first before going off to check about health and things like that. She actually walked off to that, but then the next day they released health information, saying that she might have been dehydrated and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which is also possible too, because if you see the clothes they wear on this tour, like full suits and coats and gloves and hats, and
she had them baggy pants on,
all that stuff under the light. So I don't know which one is true, but at the end of the day, celebrities and performers especially, are human beings, and it is a body. Your body is your instrument in that situation. But bodies can overheat, and bodies can get tired, and bodies can, for whatever reason, I feel dizzy right now. And you can try to go on with the show if you need to, definitely. But if you can't, maybe in that moment you just can't, and you have to take care of you.
But why does it, when it comes to celebrities, we don't treat them like humans? They are humans. They take a shit just like me and you. Probably just in a crystal bowl. Okay. Why do Danny, you laughing back there? I hope you like that joke. But why do we not humanize them? They go through mental health. I remember, you look at Britney.
Oh,
she went through some shit. Just recently, a few weeks, a month ago, Little Nas X, walking naked. By the way, body look good.
His body is
I don't care if he's crazy. I'll hit. But yeah, he was. They said that he OD'd, not OD, but he took a lot of meds and stuff, and he was just walking naked in the streets. Don't know if that was promotion, but
I don't think it was. I mean, at first I thought maybe, but then once he got arrested and actually had to go to jail, and then when he did actually go to a treatment facility and all that kind of stuff, I don't think that part was advertisement. I think that was really, he was going through an episode or a moment or something like that.
So why do we not give a fuck if, for example, if you are struggling with some depression or mental health, I'm there for you. I'm there for you. But let's say you have a friend who, you post that on social media and they don't reach out, but they'll reach out to they wouldn't reach out to a celebrity that's dealing with that. They'll frown upon it. They'll talk about, like if Janet Jackson had a concert and she was dealing with some mental health issues, they'll be like, oh, I pay good money, I don't care about your mental health issue, get up on stage and perform. Why do we not treat Janet as a person? That was just an example.
Just for an example. I'm not saying that this is right. I'm just gonna, I guess, try to put some context in it. I think when it comes to celebrities, especially if you're going to a concert, people spend their hard-earned money to get these tickets. You don't know what somebody had to go through to get these tickets, especially in these hard financial times. So that might have been their last that they spent on those tickets, or they might have saved up, a few paychecks to be able to do that. And then the day comes and then that artist cancels or whatever. You're heartbroken because I spent my good earned money to see you. Now, is it right on our part as the audience? Not necessarily, because we do need to understand that these artists and these performers are real people, and people do get sick, or people do have things that happen to them, and we do need to be a little more understanding when they go through life stuff as well, because we all do. We just kind of put them up on some special pedestal, and we kind of hold them to a different standard because of the way that they live. So somewhere in our mind, we're like, you get to live up on this pedestal and be this shining star, you need to like do something to earn that. Which means maybe if you're sick, you got to push through and come on, because you live this higher than, what do they call it? Bigger than life. And the cost of that is sometimes you got to push through some stuff that regular people may not be able to. That's why we live a regular life and you live an over the top life. That's just something that some people might say. Not to say it's fair, but you know.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I can say whatever I want, but it's to me. I wouldn't want to be a celebrity because that pressure is that's got to be a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, God forbid, I did play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already a fucking giant now. Can you imagine if I was real good? Like if I was up there with LeBron, that would bother me. Listen, I'm a Leo through and through, but I don't want too much attention. And that's crazy. I think you never heard me say that. I don't want too much attention because that bothers me. And I don't want to feel like, I owe you this. You paid good money, so you're paying for me to see me put a basketball. So I have to do what you have to say because you paid for. I don't want to feel like I'm your bitch, I'm your slave or anything like that. But this is the life that they chose. Some will say the life they what's the word I'm trying to say? This is the life they chose, or the life chose them, or this life chose them. Yes.
Okay.
Some have cracked under pressure. Some are pushing through. I look at Demi Lovato.
Oh yeah, Demi.
Yeah, she should have been big, just like Selena Gomez by now. I think she had, she was dealing with an eating disorder, but stuff like that, and mental illness, stuff like that. We don't really care. As regular people, we just want you to do your your song and dance and get out of our way.
Yeah.
I'm like that with wrestling. I don't like to evolve myself into their personal life. Between the hours of 8 and 10, they're there to wrestle, entertain. I go home, I turn off the TV. See you next Monday. I don't want to get involved into their personal lives. Unless it's like something bad. But yeah, we as a society treat higher ups as like they're the be all. What's up?
End all be all.
Bingo. You're helping me with the words today. I appreciate that. So, but let's dive into the next note part, because expectations or versus reality. We are supposed to have these expectations of these celebrities. But what's the real reality like? Let me see. For example, we have this expectation when you see those girls from what's that show on Zeus?
Baddies?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm just using it as a
hey.
The expectation is that, when you see them in the streets, you probably think they're going to be ratchet and stuff because that's part of their persona. So they got to put that on 24/7.
Right.
They have to, be that person, or a rapper, NBA.
Young boy.
Yeah. Probably a bona fide, bad boy and shit like that. So when you see him, you think he's going to be that guy because, this is his persona. So they have to play that persona 24/7. I don't truly believe it's very rare you find celebrities who are truly themselves. What do you think?
I think that's true. I mean, an example we could use is somebody close, Chino Cartel.
Oh shit!
No. Just an example.
Don't edit this out, Danny.
That is his stage performer name. Yeah. That is his artist name. Whereas his real name, I'm not going to go into all that, but like he has another life that's his real life too. You know what I mean? And that's just a lot of performers.
Well, and go. I'll let you finish.
Oh, I was just going to say a lot of people like separate those two out. You may have a certain persona as your performer self. And then when you get around your family or your friends, like you're completely different. It just, it's different. It's entertainment at the end of the day.
Well, Chino is 100% humble. I was literally telling him this today that he's very humble. When Chino is humble, I'm not going to say his real name. He's humble as well. They come together. He's just a humble person regardless, but not everybody's Chino. Because people, they 24/7, these rappers are showing, boom, Offset, when he broke up with Carly B.
Not when he got rid of.
Whoa. Running back. I'm running it back. Because I know Kim looks at this episode. I know she's like, I got rid of him,
actually.
Yes. He portrayed this, and all men do this, where he surrounded himself with all these females and stuff. I'm this big time rapper with all these bad bitches who are probably worth $4, who probably don't.
That's you saying that, not me.
Yeah, that's me. So he's playing his role as that guy who just gets bitches and, on to the next. But I think every celebrity does that, where they play a persona that they're this, or they can really be themselves. But what I'm trying to say is that they play it so well that they become it. Once upon a time, people used to like Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm. No, it's true.
Because of The Apprentice, of course.
Yeah.
And then was that really him? I don't know. But it evoked him into being a president 2 times. Give me another example of somebody whose persona on TV has really played in real life, because what we're seeing now is what we always saw, a heartless monster in President Trump.
I mean, I think Cardi's another example that's a good one. She started out on Instagram, so people got to know her personality. From that, she already had a lot of followers from Instagram, and then she got on Love and Hip Hop, which grew her platform even more. And she was already putting out music during all this time, but because her platform got so big, being on Love and Hip Hop, just her being herself, she was able to put her music out in a more mainstream way. And even now, as big as she is, as famous as she is, as much money as she has, she's still, for her, she's still what I would consider a real person. Like, she's still going to talk the way she talks and say what she's going to say.
Oh, yeah.
But she will say also, because I think she plays up a lot of celebrities. I think they play up the most entertaining part of themselves anyway. Like, we all have some of that in us. And I think they just play up those parts more when they're out in the public. But even Cardi would say, like, if she's out at a party, she's actually the one in the corner with a hoodie on, just observing, because she's actually kind of shy. But we don't get that in what we see in the public.
So it goes to one of the notes, expectations versus reality. So the expectation is that we think Carly B is, a party animal, spinning bottles, spinning racks and shit. But reality, she's just a humble person. Why is it that we always seem to think what we see on TV is who they are in real life? Why
I feel like the lines have gotten blurred, I mean, I remember before there was Instagram and before social media was what it is, you didn't really get to see much of artists outside of when they performed. You saw them at a concert. You saw them when they released a music video. You might see them if you got to go to an actual CD signing where you went to buy a CD, and if they were at the record store, you might see them like that.
Some of our viewers are young. You want to tell them what a CD is?
I think they know what a CD is, but it's what we had before streaming. It's a small disc that's reflective looking and it played music. But no, if you went, you could see them like that, but you didn't see anything else in between. Maybe if they did an interview with Barbara Walters or Diane Sawyer or Oprah or somebody, you saw them like that. But now you see them on Instagram. Oh, they had breakfast this morning at such and such restaurant. Oh, they dropped the kids off yesterday like this. Oh, they were at this party last night wearing that. We have so much access to them now that we see them differently. We see what they give us, but back in the day, we didn't get that much from them. We only got when they were out doing their job, their work. We didn't see their home life. We didn't see, what they had going on away from just them doing their work. And so now that we see so much of them, I feel like a lot of them are overexposed to the point where we have this entitlement, like we are owed pieces of their life now because we're so used to getting all of it. Like, why didn't they tell us, why they did this or that? And it's like, because they had a personal moment.
Well, some of them, I believe on Facebook or Instagram, you can actually subscribe to like pay $9.99 to get like exclusive content. Like there's a voice actor Paula Dean, or she does
not Paula Dean.
Not Paula Dean. She does she does these videos. You playing with my time. No?
It's not clicking right now.
Damn. Okay. Well, I looked at her. She does. She recreates the scene of animals and shit like that. And she did one with Cinderella. I show you once off camera, and I thought it was funny. I wanted to see more content, but it's a subscribe for $9.99. You get more exclusive content. So people are going to be entitled because they're paying their hard-earned money. They want to know what's going on. I mean, I don't want to know what's going on to your business. That's called obsession right there. But when you put yourself out there, you belong to that person. I'm going to be honest. You belong to that person. They want this content. They want it now. But I think it's dangerous. And it brings us to our next part, social media impact. We're going to discuss how social media amplifies this disconnect and how it affects both fans and celebrities. Because when you're following a celebrity online and you're truly invested where what they're doing and what they're wearing, both are playing a role. The celebrity should not be investing so much time where they're not even thinking about their own personal life. They're just, boom. If they're on a dinner date, and I have seen it before, they get a lot of subscribers and they have a contract where they have to be on live 24/7. So, 24/7, they're eating, showing you everything what they're doing. They're not engaging with their partner. They're not engaging with them, their me time. I like to think if you chilling by yourself, that's me time. That's not me tuning in and telling you 24. Like when I post a video, it's just to advertise Too Tall Podcast with D&Q every Monday nights. And then that's it. You guys want to see more? Tune in every Monday at 6, But there'll be people who will fully go hours or two talking with fans, not even trying to engage with themselves or get their mental health. Now, on the fan side, you got some crazy fans who will start stalking you and start obsessing over you and try to find out where you're doing a meet and greet and stuff. Social media can be used for good, but it can also use for bad. There's a lot of information out there, and, I was going to use something as an example I think is in bad taste, but I'll just say, you got to be careful what you put out there, and not everybody's your fan. They're being thirst traps, Piggyback, what you think?
I think social media has, like you said earlier, it's good and it's bad. It's almost made it like we live in the Matrix now, because not everybody, but a good number of people are locked into it so much. I mean, just like the way you described about somebody being on live or FaceTime while they're having their dinner. Not just celebrities do that, regular people do that, and see, because everybody wants to go viral. Everybody wants to have these moments and these big moments or get recognized or get likes and clicks and all this stuff like that. And I know that's crazy when we're doing a podcast right now. Please like and subscribe and share.
We want the shit. Come on. We want the shit. We about to celebrate a year come December 9th. So we want the shit.
Yes. But with that is just like we live in this different world than what it used to be, where everything is about showing everything and that
Yeah.
validation that we are seeking from that. And I don't think it's healthy, to be honest, because it takes us away from our own loved ones around us. It takes us away. It connects us more to the celebrities because we have more access to seeing their lives, but it also places a different type of expectation on them, like I was talking about before, where we feel like they do owe us. Now, I understand if you are on one of those paid sites, like on a Patreon or something like that, where you pay extra money to get exclusive content or subscribe to somebody and pay that extra $9.99 or whatever to get extra content. I
Hmm.
understand wanting some extra content, but just because somebody's on Instagram or wherever or on magazines or whatever, they don't we don't own them. At the end of the day, they are still human beings and they still have a right to their own lives and they have a right to their own privacy, actually. I mean, of course, paparazzi's going to take pictures of them here or there or whatever, but it's not like their obligation to tell us everything that they got going on health wise or everything that they got going on in their personal life. Even though we are hungry for that, it's not their obligation to tell us that because they are human beings at the end of the day.
I agree. I agree with you. But you gotta understand. So let's say who's one of your favorite artists? One of, I know,
Beyonce?
Beyonce. Okay.
Yeah.
I said one of. I didn't think you was gonna say Beyonce right off the bat. So she's your only favorite artist?
No, like Prince, Michael,
Okay.
although
So
neither of them is here.
let's say Beyonce did a concert Saturday
Hmm.
and she had a personal reason and she didn't feel like telling nobody and she walked off the stage. Do you think she will have getting the heat that Brandy has been getting?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one is above hate. It doesn't matter who you are. You do something wrong to your fans, they'll turn on you like
Hmm.
a fucking mother about to eat her cubs. Um, no one gets a free pass. I remember there was times where I love Michael, but some of his fans turned on him.
Hmm.
Some of Chris Brown's fans after the whole
Rihanna thing.
I didn't say it. It's a sensitive subject.
I mean, listen, if she can forgive him
Um,
for that situation, we can move on.
because some fans, they still will bring that up. Or watch this. Eminem, one of the best, made a song, "Stan."
Hmm.
True story. One of the his fans was trying to get his attention, killed himself. Um, why are we so obsessed with our um? There's an old saying, "Never meet your heroes." Have you
Hmm.
you ever heard that?
Hmm.
Do you believe it?
I don't, but I'll tell you why.
Go for it.
I understand why that saying is, but I go into it with a different context, which is the reason that people say don't meet your heroes is because they may disappoint you. But I go into it thinking kind of like what we're talking about here. I may love this person as a performer or whatever it is that I love about them. But in my mind, I got to also know this is a human being and I don't know them for real.
Thank you.
I just know their public
Mm-hmm.
persona, but I
Yeah.
don't know them for real. So if I do get the opportunity to meet them, and yeah, maybe I might meet somebody and it's like, oh, this is not what I thought they would be like. But at the end of the day, I didn't know them to begin with. So, what kind of expectations should I have had?
Yeah. And I look at, and I'm not throwing shades, but there's certain people that still don't look at our show. Do you know that? In my life,
Oh.
and I'll see them. I'll see their because I guess on their stories, they're show some love to this celebrity or that celebrity. So you show love to somebody you have never met or met for a good 15 minutes because depending on how good the check was, over somebody who's been your friend for a very long time. You know, I feel like we support celebrities, give our all, our last dollar just to see them perform, and then what are we left with? Because we're so obsessed with their talents, their whatever that they do, and we'll do anything for them. You know, some will do.
Some will.
You know, I have seen a lot of people go crazy over Chris Brown, his little sex toy he's been doing as of late. And there was a dude that literally wanted to divorce her because I guess she was either flirting with Usher or flirting with Chris Brown, but one of them did, because they're both doing some sex tour. But yeah, it's a crazy what you see on social media and how people can react to it, you know?
Yeah, it is crazy. I just think people have to have more of an understanding of reality versus what we see online, you know? And I think as these new generations come in who have only known social media in their whole lives, like say somebody who's it's 2025. So somebody who was born in 2005, they're only 20 right now.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I just thought about my deacon's son. Yeah. He's 20.
Which means their whole life, at least as far as they can remember, they've had social media.
Mhm.
They've had Facebook. They've had Instagram. They've had Snapchat.
MySpace?
I don't think they would have had MySpace if they were born in 2005. By the time they got old enough to actually get on.
When did MySpace come out?
Probably around that time. Before then actually. But by the time like 2009 or 10 came along, when they're 4 or 5, MySpace would have been going.
Sidebar. Do you remember Vine?
I remember Vine.
And Tout?
I don't remember Tout. I remember Vine,
Tout.
though.
It was basically fucking a small version of fucking Instagram, I guess. Just send videos and shit. So, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Vine was cool. And actually, a lot of people, that was kind of a start for some people getting their start or going viral and then moving on to Instagram or YouTube. But that generation, the younger generation, they've only known social media. And I think sometimes it makes them have more of a warped view of reality on what is real and what is not. Because like I can look at somebody's Instagram page and I see, you know, perfect body here, perfect swimsuit there, nice car, nice house, on vacation here. But I know they've all picked out the best moments in their life, and they're not showing us like the bad times. Whereas somebody who doesn't know any better may think all of that's just reality and this is their whole life and all that kind of stuff. And you just got to understand there's a difference between what people allow you to see and what there really is in real life is not always what Instagram or social media life looks like. That's just a very curated image that people put out. We all do. We put out our best stuff. You don't put out, today, actually some people do put out the bad stuff that happens to them too. But most of us put out our best moments.
Yeah.
Out publicly.
Like before we started, you told me to not embarrass you or you was going to punch me in my fucking throat.
I sure did.
I'm sorry.
Watch your mouth.
Gotcha.
I'm not violent, y'all, at all.
And I want to comment on something that you said, that you can top me. Let me slap. You thought I forgot about that little joke? You said that when Billy was on.
I did say that.
But no, you're absolutely right.
And can.
He can't top me. I look at all these celebrity couples, we're so happy. Oh, we're so happy. Behind closed doors, they're having a fucking horrible marriage, probably. Just like everybody else. The sex probably ain't that good. Or they haven't even had time to have sex because they're doing this and doing that. We got to stop putting people up on these pedestals just because they got some good followers on Instagram or on social media. They all are probably going through some same shit. But you got those diehard fans who will follow these stars into the end of the abyss.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you say? And I'm not saying don't support celebrities, But
course not.
you know, what are you getting back in return?
I feel like it depends on what the person is or who the person is or what they do. We all get different things from different people, but these people are artists, whether they're acting, whether they're a podcaster, whether they're a singer, a musician, whatever. That's what we get. They create art or they create entertainment, and that's what we get from it. It's something that we get to look at or listen to, or if it's a fashion designer, we get to see the clothes. If it's, I don't know, a jewelry maker, we wear the jewelry. But I mean, they create things that are a part of our lives that have meaning to us.
Mm-hmm.
For the ones that we like, they have some kind of meaning for us. And that's what we get from them. And that's why we pay for their music or to see them in concert, because they're bringing us some joy or making us feel something.
Yeah.
So they do provide a service. We pay for that service. But at the end of the day, we don't know them as actual people. We only know what they allow us to know.
I know Mariah Carey, the entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what she's like with, I don't know how many children she has, because like I said, I don't. Oh, good for her.
Just the two.
Yeah, and listen, I'm so for real. I don't want to be in her business because that's not my, concern. I'm focused on the entertainer. If she happens to post something on social media with her kids, cool. I'll say something nice. But, I'm not interested in her personal life. And that sounds fucked up, I guess, but if she's as long as she's not dying or sick, that's all my concern.
Mm-hmm.
But not that many people do that. Everybody, but hey, when celebrities put themselves out there, you're gonna get an opinion.
Of course.
So there's some celebrities that don't like what people have to say. There was a time, John Legend's John Legend's wife, Tiga, what's her name?
Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah, I think she was bullying somebody.
I think some stuff she had said some years ago came back up.
Oh.
They like to dig in the archives and
that's
find
part
your
of
old
being
stuff.
That's part of being a celebrity. They're gonna find some old shit if they're tired of the new shit.
Mm-hmm.
When we get big, 'cause we gonna get big, they're probably gonna find some. They're gonna probably find out that I used to have a little mob when I was in the 5th grade. I used to take my mom's money. I tell it now. And
Are you for real?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
you know when I'm joking.
Story time.
I used to pay these kids to, I was just a kid, so I was trying to be like the Godfather. I would pay the kids $5. That was their paycheck.
Uh-huh.
And they will do whatever I say, homework, beat up some people up. I wasn't tall.
Oh
I was skinny and short, so I had to emphasize.
You were skinny and short.
Yeah, I'm thick now.
How things change.
Easy.
And you're not short either at all.
So let's say we're gonna get big, because this show will always be big because we have some amazing guests. We got fucking Danny in the back, but if this pops up, yeah, I used to have a little mob in the 5th grade. Now you tell one of your deepest, darkest secrets, so I won't feel vulnerable alone.
I don't have any skeletons in my closet. I'm a complete angel. I've never done anything wrong. Everyone loves me.
Never did coke?
No, I have done coke.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck you. No, you haven't.
I promise you, hand to God, I've definitely done coke.
You done coke?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have lived.
This show turned dark.
Definitely,
wow.
No, it's not. It's I'm not saying I would never do it again.
What the fret?
Yeah, I'm not. Well, actually, nowadays I don't know with fentanyl and all that stuff. But I will say though, I mean, it was cool, but it's not something that oh my God, I want to do this all the time, or no. And it's expensive.
That's your takeaway. It's too much.
It's expensive. I mean, I've never had a bad experience.
Not that it can hurt you or kill you.
If you do too much, but I mean, I wasn't I was doing that much to overdose or something, I wouldn't.
This man has
Doing all
changed.
that.
See, somebody's in his ear telling him he hot shit, so he's dressing like it. You know,
I dress like
he
this
comes
all the
he
time.
comes to the studio late.
Oh wow, wow. Oh, but you just made me think of something though when you
What?
said that. You get a lot of attention, and you don't necessarily like to get a lot of attention.
Yeah.
I get accused of wanting attention because of the way I dress. But really,
Really?
I just dress the way that I want to dress. I'm not thinking about the other people, but because it's not like everybody else, it brings attention. But I don't personally like to be the center of attention. I think it could be the same way for a celebrity too. I feel like there are celebrities who maybe they grew up wanting to be a singer their whole life, and that's what they do. But that doesn't mean that they want to be the center of attention when they're not doing that. You know, like today they're just on the street walking from a doctor's appointment. They're not up there doing what they want to do. They're doing regular life stuff, and everybody's in their face. They didn't necessarily want that. Maybe they want that when they're on stage, or
Well,
you know, which they don't get to pick and choose, I guess.
Bingo.
But point being, they don't necessarily always want to be the center of attention.
Well, whether they like it or not, they're going to be on every time. Now, I'm humble when I say this. I don't have an ego. Shut up. I'm not a celebrity, but I can walk down the block. I can walk down Times Square, and people will look at me because I'm 6'8".
That's so true.
I'm a draw.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that with humbleness. I don't like it. I don't always like it.
I know you don't.
There was this time where I went and got because this restaurant thought I was Charles Barkley or Tim Duncan, and they gave me free free Chinese. And I was hoping that they're one of the Chinese people that know English as well, if I can explain. But no, you big celebrity.
Listen, I would have taken that free meal too.
I mean, I took it, but still. There was something on Facebook today about Tom Hanks had to, put a mask on, put glasses on and everything to try to avoid the subway. Because sometimes they do take the subway.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't get to pick and choose. When you're out in the spotlight, you're on 24/7, even when you're home. And it sucks. But let's move on to empathy and understanding.
Yeah.
So how can we encourage listeners to see celebrities as people and the importance of empathy in our perception? Wow, AI is really good. AI is writing this show.
ChatGPT is really good.
Shout out.
Good. I just think it's just us humanizing them and stop seeing them as these. Like, you can be so impressed with the work that they do, especially if, I've never seen someone that sings like you or that dances like you or that whatever, you have a special gift. Yes. But you're still a human being, and just understanding that they are human beings and they do have life and they go through life things. And, just because somebody is famous or has money does solve a lot of problems, but it doesn't solve all problems.
It also brings more problems.
And it also brings other problems too. And so just understanding that they are human beings and they're going to have human experiences, and give them a little grace, because they're going to mess up or struggle with things just like we do.
It was deep.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm deep.
All right, so let's we haven't gotten away from, we're taking the time to talk about Brandy, who's the main topic, but we're talking about other people, other celebrities that have. So let's go back to Brandy. Should people show empathy for whatever the true reason is of why she walked off the stage? And I know that's going to be hard, and with time, with tariffs and tickets are expensive. There's a lot of people on social media, and we're so quick to fucking go to social media and complain. Like, shut the fuck up. Sorry. I'm just
no, there's a lot of negativity on social media.
She had one bad fucking night, So can people really show empathy for this situation right now? Or is it going to be more hate and more negative energy towards her?
No, I think this will pass. The news cycle is always moving, especially now.
And
There's
I'm
always
so
so much
happy you said
happening.
news cycle, but okay, you know, we
Well,
we're getting to the next one, but continue.
yeah, it's just that the news cycle moves so fast. There's so many things happening at the same time. This will blow over. She will come back the next show and, knock it out of the water. A couple shows later, people won't even remember this part. I think they should maybe try to see if they can reschedule that other show again or something, or do something special for the people in Chicago because that situation happened. I think anytime somebody pays to go see a concert, if the artist has to either cancel or end the show early or something like that, I think they should find some way to either compensate those people or do another date or do something to try to make it whole and make it better. Um, but I think over time, people will forget this part and Brandy will be fine. It may come up every once in a while in the future, but
I,
I mean, listen, people still go to see Lauryn Hill and she is notoriously late, like hours late every performance, and people still pay and go see that lady, even though she might not show up for 3 hours. So
I, I, I don't like to think for other people, but what do you think Monica's thinking about all this? You know, because she's not in the spotlight right now. It's all on Brandon. So, do you think she's comforting her? Do you think she feels disappointed? Like, what you think she's thinking?
I can't necessarily say what I think she's thinking, but at least publicly, she's standing by her sister Brandy, and they seem to have a good. They had that public beef or whatever, for so many years, which was really fueled by a lot of outside people, not by them. And it just seems like they have come to a really solid place and are really good with each other. And she's standing up for Brandy, so that's
I,
all I can go on.
yeah, I think people should relax. She had one fuck up. She's a human being.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say she's a woman, but then somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, you're sexist," because But I don't know the next schedule, but did you get tickets for the show when they come to BK?
I do not have tickets for it, but I would like to see it if that is to happen,
Or
because
guess
I'm a
what?
fan of both of them, and them being together this time for the first time ever, that's a big deal. I mean, it's been decades. So, yeah.
But Tutal Hall is giving away free tickets. No, I'm fucking with you.
I was like, what? I know you're lying.
I took the train to get here. Do you think I got fucking free tickets?
Maybe you're saving money on the train to get the tickets together.
Right, Danny? Oh man. Yeah,
Yes.
people need to relax and just, calm the fuck down, man.
Yeah.
It's like the Bad Bunny situation. I guess he wasn't standing up for the America the Beautiful or the Pledge of Allegiance or some shit. And people yeah, he sat down for it at a football game.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Two sides. If I'm about to perform at one of the biggest events in America history besides WrestleMania, I'm a wrestlehead. I will at least, try to be on my best behavior leading up to, football, American football, man. White man love American football. But it's his choice not to salute it or to stand, because I think the other guy that kneeled during it and started that trend for kneeling.
Colin Kaepernick?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're so quick to, with so much going on in this country with a government shutdown happening as we speak, and I'm pretty sure when this episode drops this Monday it will still be a government shutdown.
Probably.
So, well, I hope it opens, but why do we pick and choose what we want to put our attention to? And what we pick and choose is some stupid shit like Bad Bunny not standing or Brandy having a humanized moment. Why do we pick those as what we really want to invest our time in?
I don't know.
You don't even have to speak for, just people in general.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, just if I had to guess, it's because people have so much.
Free time on their hands.
No, well, I guess maybe some people do, but even beyond that, there's so much hurt and
Mm.
pain and just craziness, unthinkable craziness going on now in the world that I feel like maybe that's a form of escapism for people to dive into other people's lives. You know, reality TV shows are big. Online is nothing but a reality TV show. And maybe that's just what it is. It's like a form of escapism. If I dig into your life and dive into yours and focus on
I
it,
feel less bad about my
I
shitty
feel
life.
less about mine. And so maybe that's what it is. That's all I can think of off the top of the head, because for me, I'm not as invested like that. Like, of course, I pay attention. You know, I see the news of situations like we're using Brandy as an example. Of course, I saw that in the news, but it's not like I'm like, oh my God, how dare she? Da, 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 da. You know, like I'm not that affected by it. I'm not that passionate about it. As long as she's good, it's good. Like I'm not gonna flip or hate to go here, but I love me some Nicki Minaj, but she been flipping out lately online, and her stands, the Barbs, will go to the end of the earth, no matter what she says, no matter what she does. I'm not that invested in anybody else's life. I mean, as much as I talk about how much I love Beyonce, and I would consider myself a part of the Beehive, but I'm not somebody who's gonna be like going back and forth with somebody online over her or whatever. Like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I don't know that lady. Never met her. I love what she does as far as art and all that kind of stuff, but I still don't know her, and I'm not that invested in her actual personal life to the point where it's gonna have me depressed or sick, or I don't know her. And I think we got to just kind of separate that. We, all of us, human beings, regular people, and celebrities, just learn that you know who you don't know who you don't know, and everybody is who they are. And let people live, let people be who they are. And we can't obsess over people we don't know.
You know who plays a role in painting these celebrities as good guys or bad guys? The media.
Absolutely.
The media, that's our last key point. The role of the media.
Mm,
Um, how the media shapes our views of celebrities and the impact of of that portrayal.
yeah.
Um, media has a way of painting celebrities as heroes, villains, and we feed into it. It's like politics. They say Democrats are the one keeping the White House. I mean, the government
Government.
shutdown
Mm,
going. The Republicans are the reasons why. So the media is good at doing that. Name me a time where the media painted somebody good or bad, made them look good or bad.
I'm trying to think of a more recent one, but I think a lot of people go through like ups and downs, especially if you're a famous person. Because there are times, I'll use Kim Kardashian. There are times when people
I,
hate
I just
on
thought of a
her
good
or
one.
her
Sorry.
family. You know, they hate them for whatever reason. And then there are times when people love them for whatever reason. And I don't know if that's the best example, but that's just one. Or like Michael Jackson, that's an example where huge people loved him, loved him, loved him,
Still do.
and still do. But then there was like the allegations that would come out and stuff, and then there were people who started to hate him after that. And then when certain things were said that those weren't actually true, and that certain things were made up, then people liked him again. I mean, it's just like it's a wave, and the media plays a huge part in that because the media is what feeds. They give us the information that we use to form opinions on. So I would say people just need to look around to different sources, look into the sources that you're getting your information from, and take it in accordingly. Because, this outlet might say this one thing about this person, but they may have something to gain from painting this person bad. But then this other outlet may paint them in a good way, but they may be having something that they're gaining from presenting this person in a good way. You also have to look at what are the motives behind the people that are presenting the news too. Because now it's kind of hard to even trust news because we know that there are certain motivations behind wherever the news is coming from. So there's just a lot of factors.
I use Kanye as a factor.
I
He
thought about
clearly
him.
has a mental problem.
Absolutely.
And after his mother passed, he went down the deep end. But I use TMZ as an example and other outlets. But every time Kanye opens his mouth, they're right there. And they're not laughing with him, they're laughing at him.
Mm-hmm.
And they're getting views because there's like, oh, he said this and he said that. You know, let's write it up. Let's make it look like he's crazy. Let's get a lot of people turning into this page. And it's sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad that they will take advantage of an opportunity like that. Take advantage of somebody's mental health to try to get on the front page or try to get more people to tune in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like these people are just glorified moments to these media outlets.
Mm-hmm.
And like when Whitney passed, and then the mom passed, and then the daughter passed, they saw those opportunities as a way to get more views and stuff. I remember they showed a video. I don't know what's the recent celebrity that passed. Hulk Hogan. When it was like, and Hulk Hogan's a household name.
Mm-hmm.
They showed a video on TMZ. We're like, oh, Hulk Hogan died? Let's get some information on that. Let's really make sure it's true. I guess that's the journalism in there, but they wanted to be the first to try to announce it.
Mm-hmm.
Not wondering if, I don't think there was any empathy for that. They just wanted to try to be the first because that's a big name. Not the person, that's a big name.
Right.
Celebrities, they don't care about the people. They care about the name. Michael is a whole name. You know, so the name is more important than someone's actual feelings about that person or about how did Michael really felt. So it's they're after the name. So, but can they use it for good?
They absolutely could use it for good. But again, it just depends on what their motivations are behind it. I mean, celebrities, talking about celebrities, and yes, they are human beings, but we have somehow in society made them into products. And on one hand, they are a product because they have to sell themselves as whatever it is that they do, but they're still human. And since we see them as products, we take away their humanity. So that's how a company like a TMZ can show Kanye's worst moments. And it's not to help him out any, it's to make money, really, at the end of the day, because they know it's going to get clicks and it's going to get views. So that's going to make the company more money. And they're in the business of making money. And so it's like his health be damned. We are making entertainment over here and we're going to record whatever is going to entertain the people. And we're so hungry as a society for celebrity information.
And not just
that's why that's why they're so big.
And also to see their downfall.
And to see their downfall. That's
every
a whole
person
other
deep
situation.
Down. And well, let's talk about it. There are people who want to see other people fail. It's not even about celebrities and stuff, but there are some fans. I'm like, for example, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who want to see, who represent Nicki Minaj and they want to see Cardi B fail. Why are you smiling?
Because I want to hit you with something.
Why?
No, not physically, but with a question on this.
Oh, I'm like, damn, this nigga mad violent.
No.
Go for it.
Do you want to see Michael B. Jordan's downfall? For those of y'all who do not know, Derek cannot stand Michael B. Jordan.
I
It's on topic, so hey.
Yeah.
Do you want to see his downfall? Or would you be happy if he had a
First
downfall?
time in a while you want to actually do your job.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to see his downfall. I just don't care for him as an actor.
Okay.
You know. In his downfall may not even happen. He's doing the damn thing, you know. Good for him.
I can see you're so happy.
That was sincere. I want him to win. That's you know, I want him to win and stay away from Marvel movies and, you know, make it never sinners. Make money off sinners. But that
I just had to throw that in there.
That was good. That was true. Because yeah, some people who we don't like somebody we like. For example, Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was in hot water a lot this year, from the inauguration to recently. He said that he didn't really. I think he was scared of gay couples in cartoons.
Oh yeah.
And then now he has a child show where all his characters are bisexual, gay, hims and days.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, I saw it on that. Hopefully that was real. Somebody Google it, you know. But hopefully, I think it was real because he was in hot water. Because a lot of people, you know what? It was the Buzz Lightyear movie.
That's the one that he had an issue with.
Yeah, he had an issue with, and you know, I guess now he, you know, people will turn on, say things just to get the media, but deep down, they can't change how you really feel.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying he still feels like that. I don't know, but you can say a lot of things. Oh, you know, I don't like flamboyant men, and you know, I'm putting that on there, and then I'll meet somebody like Quentin, who's very flamboyant but stylish, and I'll just say, you know what, I'll change my mind. I like certain flamboyant men, you know, if that makes sense.
I'm flamboyant adjacent. I don't know if I'm like full flamboyant.
Okay.
You know what?
No, I mean, you pull it off.
Okay, all right.
Will I pull off Butch? Do I pull off Butch Queen? I feel like I pull off Butch Queen.
Yeah.
Fuck you. No, I don't. I was just joking. But you get what I'm saying.
No, I get what you're saying.
The media can turn someone into a monster. For example, Charlie Kirk. Well, two things. Was Charlie Kirk already a monster, or did the media help? Or did social media help?
I think he did that on his own.
He did that on his own.
Yeah. Because anything that the media would show is literally his own words, his own public words.
For this next one, the media played a major role. The reason why Trump is why he is now is because of the media. During his first run, when he would say all this, they will cover it. When he said that he can walk down Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and he wouldn't go to jail,
Mm-hmm.
they will cover those crazy moments. Yes, it needs to be seen because, you know, he at that time he was a president, still is president, but there's a line where you're like, all right, let's cut the feed. This is, you know, the more the camera and spotlight is on a celebrity, the more their ego gets big. You know, it happens here in this studio. I'm in this dope ass studio,
Mm-hmm.
the bright lights,
Mm-hmm.
and the only thing on my mind is like, can I get Danny to bring me a bottle of wine right now? Because I'm feeling like hot shit, you know? But I would never treat him like that. But, you know, when you're in front of the bright lights and shit, things are, you know, you get a big head and everything. You know, you should know.
Yeah, I'm looking at one. But what I would say is also, going back to the Trump thing, the reason they covered him, of course, he says crazy stuff every day. So they cover him for that reason, but he is all over the news cycle every day. Even during President Biden's whole presidency.
That part right there. He wasn't even president.
He wasn't even president, but he never went away from the news cycle. He was still in the news every day. And you know why? Because that's on the media again. He makes the media money. Because people want to click on and find out, what did Trump say today? What did he do today? Da, 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 da. So not only do they cover him because he gives them content every day, but it's good for them too as a business because They're gonna get the views. They're gonna get the clicks.
Like that couple, Blueface and
Krishan.
yeah. I didn't know who
Which
the fuck they were.
I didn't know who they were
There was
either.
a
I had never
time
seen
where
them
he
before in my
fought.
life.
He beat her dad up and shit, and everybody's just holding camera, not even trying to break it up, because it seems like all you have to do to make it in this world, make it in entertainment, be an asshole, do something fucking crazy, get the views, because we have been a society that will accept anything, you know.
Baddies.
Yeah.
They literally just fight on the show.
Yeah.
That's all they do. Grown women.
And didn't know
they got men too.
Yeah.
They have men baddies. And
of course they got men from Atlanta. You know how they are.
And they just fight.
Yeah.
That's what they're famous for. Being on a show where we fight all the time. That's so low vibration.
Even
I'm sorry.
But there was people that was already doing that before it was cool. You know? So but yeah, that's what society has accepted. That's what society has wants. But what about me and you? What happens to me and you? How do we get to last from, December 9th will make a year we've been doing this. It will be our 1 year anniversary. Mm-hmm. How do we last 2-3 years? Do we fold under pressure and start calling each other names and fighting each other? Or do we just be who we are? What do we need to do to fit in? Keep in mind, I've never been the type to play well with others or fit in, but what do you think? Should we fold and stop doing some fucking mud wrestling here?
No.
Put Danny in a chokehold?
That might be entertaining, but no. No, I think we just stick to doing us. I mean, still try to come up with more interesting things and stuff like that. I do think one thing people like, besides all the drama, is authenticity too. Yeah. I mean, drama, like crazy, over the top drama, of course, people are going to tune into that because it's just wild and over the top. But people also like authenticity when they can feel that you're being for real. There's something that taps into something deeper in us that I don't know, missing the word, resonates with us. Mm-hmm. There it is.
Okay.
My opinion.
No, I respect your opinion. You're a smart man.
Thank you. So are you.
Stop flirting with me. I'm seeing somebody.
Oh, Lord. Here you go. Here you go.
But no, I definitely agree with you. Before we get ready to wrap it up, it's been fun. Mm-hmm. It's been fun. Yeah, we're gonna do this again where we sit separately. I want to sit over there next time, though.
You do?
Yeah. Not
sit over there.
Not stroking the ego. I think I look better over there.
I might look better over there.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. No ego. What's the highlight of what we just learned, and what advice would you give to Brandy?
For me, I would say Brandy. Well, her PR team has already come out and said, the health stuff and everything. I don't know if that's true or not. Whatever. It makes for a good story that we can be sympathetic about for her. And I would say going forward, try to take care of yourself on the tour. She's a professional. She's been in the business a long time. She knows how to do this. And if it's a technical thing, try to fix that during your rehearsals. And if it happens again, just try to roll with the flow.
Speaking of
technical difficulties, how did I do that?
Danny?
I literally said it and it happened.
Keep it going.
We're gonna win the lottery today.
Why?
I said technical difficulties and it happened. We're gonna win the lottery today. It's gonna happen.
Oh, there we go.
But thanks for that. But no, I would just tell her, like, take care of yourself. And if it happens again on the road, try to keep going with it. Go with the flow. People came to see the live show. Just keep going with it as best you can. Explain to the people what's going on too, because they deserve to know in the audience. Plus, somebody's going to catch it on their camera, and that'll leave it for the public. And as far as us, the public, we just need to really let famous people be themselves.
I think I'm gonna stick with the side with the fans, and I'm gonna also stick with Brandy. First with Brandy. Brandy just needs to make sure she's mentally healthy,
Mm-hmm.
she's physically healthy,
Mm-hmm.
spiritually, and she can go. Make sure her health is important. No doubt about it. From a fan aspect, I'm not looking to come to another fucking show and you fucked up again.
Yeah.
If you fucking up
that's
again,
not gonna be good.
just let it be This Boy Is Monica tour.
The Boy Is Monica's.
I like that. Because I can get their point of view. Tickets are expensive now. I went to a Taylor Swift. No,
you went to a who?
Nothing. But I don't like Taylor Swift. It was a joke. I don't care for her. She's
not a Swiftie.
I'm not a Swiftie.
Shake. All right.
No. You save that for boxers or whatever gay bar you go to. I'm straight.
Sure.
But no. I think for the fans aspect, yeah, you work hard for your money. You work hard for your cash. You want to be treated to a night of good times. You don't want to have too many fuck ups, especially when people have been wanting this.
Yeah.
You know, this is a dream.
Time.
Yeah. It's like if Michael and Prince was to do a concert.
God, can you imagine?
You just nutted on his. That's how happy
all
you
over.
are. You just nutted.
That would have been amazing.
So, yeah, that's the best advice. So hopefully we don't have to come back with a part 2, because I don't like to talk about Brandy in a negative way. I love Brandy.
I do too.
Moesha. So we'll see what happens.
Exactly.
But this has been fun. It has been real. This has been fun.
I've enjoyed this.
Come on. You got Quentin. You got Too Tall Hall. You got Danny in the back. You know, of course you're gonna have a good time. So I want to thank everybody. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let them know that we are back and we're better than ever.
Better than ever.
And we want to thank Danny as well. We'll have his link in the bio. Come to his studio. This can all be yours for a very expensive price on Peerspace. But he's a good guy. He's a good host. And
definitely.
We'll be back next Monday. Stay safe, be blessed, and have a good week.
Bye, guys.